Okay, Electra, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna rate everything. At least of these artists on here. Why not? I like most of these already. I already seen this before. So in case you're wondering if I liked pretty much all of these. But in terms of Twitter thing. But anyway, might as well get my brief opinions on all of these artists. For the record, I think Spider-Man usually has some of the best artists working on the book. So I think most of his this is gonna be pretty positive, mostly. Keyword mostly. Alright, anyway, Alex Ross, the GOAT, he's cool. I like his painting look. It's really cool, very detailed. This is a really good, picture of it. Um, he usually makes really cool covers, and I looked forward to it when I read the Parker Industries era of Spider-Man. That was fun. Anyway, I'd say this is like the goats. This is a good. I like him. He's pretty cool. Probably like you know what? I guess nine out of 10. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, no 10. 10. He's good. Anyway, Sal Vecina. He's cool. He has some. I know him mostly from is this art. I'm not exactly sure what this particular uh picture is from, but I know he worked with J DeMatteis during like like um one of the most famous I think it's during Spectacular Spider-Man 200 and stuff like and during the 90 like 80s 90s era, and this is pretty cool. You know what, I give this one also a 10. It's pretty fun, pretty good art design. Todd McFarlane, I think Todd McFarlane is pretty divisive. Like, I think you either like him a lot or you hate him. But for me, uh, I like I like some elements of his art. Mostly like I think I think it's pretty detailed with like how he drew like certain things. Like sometimes I think it's a little too much, but I think his I'd say he's an 8. I think he's solid. I think he's very 90. It's very of its time, but I think that's what I like about it. It's very 90s, and I think it's pretty cool in terms of what it did with Spider-Man. It could kind of push things in extreme directions, and um, I think he's pretty cool. Also, his webs are cool. Anyway, that's what he's known for. But Patrick Gleason, he's pretty cool. He's one of the more recent artists I think on here. Um, I think I think he's pretty. I guess I forgot to rate. Cyberfron's also an 8. He's fine. He's good. Anyway, Patrick Gleason, he's pretty cool. He's one of the more recent artists. I think that he would probably be. I'm not exactly sure like what I would rate him. I think I'd probably he's I think only 9. He's pretty good. I like him. I like some of his stuff recently. I forgot what this one's from. Uh, you know, judging by like I like how squinty his eyes here. I think you know what, for the squinty eyes, why not? He's an 8. He's pretty good. Uh, John Romita Sr. is the goat. He's classic. He's like my favorite classic Spider-Man artist. If you want to like classic Spider-Man, John Romita Sr. is the goat. He's 10, easy. Uh, Mark Bagley, he's pretty fun artist. I mean, I like his '90s stuff a lot, and um, when I think he's probably my favorite '90s artist. Uh, his Ultimate stuff is okay, but I feel like it's less about the art on that. It's more of I just know like Ultimate books in general. At least of the 2000s ones. The new Ultimate Spider-Man's pretty decent, pretty good actually. So I don't count that. But this, the '90s era. I mean not '90s. Yeah, '90s era is good, and this particular drawing is fine. Uh, I'd say he's an 8. He's pretty good. Like If it was just his 90s, it'd be like 10 out of 10 to me. But as a whole, it kind of ranges like an 8. Pretty solid artist. Uh, uh, I'm not exactly sure what this was from. But I think this is pretty cool. Again, judging by this picture, I like this one. Like this is a pretty solid. You know what? This is pretty good actually. This looks really nice. Anyway, I say this is pretty good. Um, you know what? It is 9. Pretty solid. Like the background, like the detail of like the mask and stuff, and like I don't know. The suit's pretty cool. Anyway, um, Terry Addison, you know, this is solid. Um, I think I'd give this. I think this is pretty solid. Like this is base 7, pretty solid. And yeah, you know what? This is definitely classic era. Spider-Man. Um, I like the lot. I like the early comics look a lot in general. I think the early comics look is really cool. Um, I'd say this is again. I don't think it's as good as John Romita, but pretty solid. You know, comparison. So I would say it's an 8. Pretty okay. Pretty good. Scott Campbell. This looks nice. This looks 2000s. Um, like early 2000s. Kind of not the biggest fan of the early 2000s art generally. Like it's kind of hit or miss to me. Like, the writing is usually pretty good. But I forgot what this was. I know what this is from. Like I've seen this before, but it's like this definitely looks like 2000s. Um, it's okay. Uh, I don't remember too much, but I think I guess I'd say he's probably so far the lowest on here. I think probably like a 6. It's okay. Anyway, I like Miles. Miles artists are usually pretty good too. Uh, especially the recent stuff. I like how the recent Miles stuff looks a lot. But in this particular drawing, you know what? 9, pretty solid. I know this story is not good, but this art is good. I'm judging purely on the art, purely art here. Because this, but this is pretty good. I like the black suit era, and this is not a black suit era. Well, kind of. That story's weird. One Moment in Time is it's a weird story. Anyway, not really good. Don't recommend it. It's kind of like a rub salt on the wound that was One More Day, and I'm like, you know what? Okay, this explains it. I think. Anyway, art moment. This is solid. This is probably like an 8. Solid. This I remember. This definitely looks late 80s, early 2000s. This definitely not early 2000s. This looks like 90s, and he looks fucking fucked up here. Man, he looks very fucked up. But it's okay. You know what? Feel bad for you, Spider-Man. But you know what? The artist is mean, making you fucking hurt like this. It's in 7. um. Oh no. Uh. I need to charge my fucking anyway. Black suit Spider-Man, pretty cool. Not exactly sure what this is from, but you know what? 8, pretty solid. Like Black Suit era stuff in general is really cool. Um, the looter. I'm just reading the thing. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this is the during the Clone Saga. This is Ben Riley time. I like Ben Riley's art time as Spider-Man a lot during the 90s. I think he's really cool. The art here is fine. I think the 90s is definitely when things get a little bit more weird with certain things, but I don't mind. I didn't mind the art here if I remember. I think This is solid. This is probably good. You know, and I think this is an 8, solid. Jack Kirby. Uh, Jack Kirby is good. He's one of the best comic maker artists of all time. So, you know what? In this particular drawing of Spider-Man, pretty interesting. I forgot he drew Spider-Man. I don't remember him drawing Spider-Man. But I guess if this is it, I say, you know what, this is iconic cover. So, you know what, iconic cover deserves an iconic number, and that's 10. Uh, Ramos is the goat. I don't care I don't care. He's when I think of Spider-Man from like the 2010s, like I think of his art a lot actually. He's very impactful during that era. I think it's cool seeing him grow as an artist like over time because his early 2000s stuff is kind of rough, but like his 2010 stuff is I think some really solid, some of the best Spider-Man art I would say. Um, he carries that era I think. Um, the 2010s he carries the 2010s on his back and he's pretty good. You know what? I give him a 9, pretty solid. I like and Ron. You know what? Um, it was pretty good. It was pretty standard, I think. But you know what? I don't mind. I think this art's is pretty good. Uh, I think this is like in you know what? I think it's like this is an 8, pretty solid. Spider-Man Blue, I think this was from. I never read this story, but should have one day, but I never did because I was kind of confused if it was canon or not, so I never actually read the story. Um, but the art's pretty cool here. I say it's an 8. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Ah, this is it. This is good. I like this. This is one of my favorite Miles drawings. It's really cool. Um, you know what? This is 9. Pretty solid. Pretty great. All right. The next Spencer run is pretty good. This is definitely from the next Spencer run, and I think he was pretty. I think Ryan is pretty good as for Spider-Man. He was a good fit for Spider-Man. I never read Invincible. I know that's what he's known for. Uh, but he's definitely pretty interesting. The art here. Um, I would say I think this is I say probably 8. Probably like I don't think it's. I think he works pretty well for Spider-Man. I think it's a pretty. This is pretty solid art here. I like this like the lens shape of Spider-Man here is pretty cool. Definitely unique for the era. Um, I'm not exactly sure what this is from. This definitely feels like early 2000s to me. Um, but this is pretty decent. I'd say this is like a 7, pretty solid. Uh, but this story's fun. This is pretty good. You know what? I remember this. I like this drawing this year. Pretty good. You know what? This is also 8, pretty solid, pretty good. And Steve Ditko is the goat. He's like he's the original Spider-Man artist. So you know what? He's 10. I know his stuff isn't like for everyone. Like it's definitely like rough, but you know what? It's kind of endearing. When I think of early Spider-Man, it's like very endearing. You really can't go wrong with Steve Ditko. I think he was. I think he captured that kind of early sort of wonkiness of Spider-Man really well. Like this man looks like he doesn't know what he's doing, and that's what I like about it. It's like this Spider-Man looks like he's like I'm trying to be scary and intimidating, but he doesn't know what he's doing. I think it's kind of charming. Um, okay, I think okay. I remember him being pretty good. Um, I think this is like 8. Uh, I think this is fine. I think 8 out of 10 is pretty fine. Uh, I guess that, well, I guess it's as, I don't know if there's any more, but well, I guess it's kind of awkward. He didn't finish it. That's okay. Anyway, that's my ranking of the Spider-Man artists.